Good morning, class 12th Commerce. This is your subject Economics, Chapter 2, 5-year plans in India, Lecture 1. In this lecture, we shall discuss about economic planning, planning commission, long-term goals and types of planning. Now let's begin. See, economic planning. Economic planning means using of countries' resources in different developmental activities in accordance with the national priorities. That means, okay, fine, you are living in the country, you will use the country's resources, but you will not harm the interest of the nation. You will not harm the interest of the future generation. Fine. So developmental activities, you will invest in developmental activities, you will perform the developmental activities, but with the sustainable approach. Are you clear with this? So economic planning means judicious use of the country's resources in different developmental activities. Developmental activities means which will increase the GDP share of the country, which will bring equity, which will lead to the equitable distribution of resources. So in different developmental activities in accordance with the national priority, that neither the interest of society nor the interest of nation as a whole should be harmed. Planning Commission set up in 1950 under the chairmanship of Professor Malanobis, and it was replaced by Niti Aayog in 2015. Now see, types of planning: directive planning and comprehensive planning. See, directive planning, there is no direct participation of the government. That means planning is introduced just to direct the forces of supply and demand. Fine. So it is pursued in a capitalistic economy where individual gains are maximized, where main aim is to earn the profit. Then comprehensive planning, where private and public sector work together. Fine. Private sector work for the profit maximization and public sector work for the social welfare. This type of planning is pursued mainly in mixed economy. Fine. And in mixed economy there are collective gains. Collective gains are fostered through the direct participation of the state under socialism. So directive planning, where prices are decided by the market forces, that is demand and supply. Clear? And it is pursued in a capitalistic economy. Government objective is just to make the laws and order. Clear? Whereas comprehensive planning, private plus public sector both work together. That means prices are decided by the market forces also, as well as by the government also. Government decide for whom? Government decide for poor strata, for the poor people. Private, they work for the profit maximization. So definitely they will offer wide variety of goods and services to the rich people or high upper middle class people. Clear with this? So, and this type of planning is pursued in mixed economy. Now we'll discuss about types of economy. See, first is capitalist economy. Capitalist economy is defined as the one in which means of production are owned by the individuals, that means private sector. Economic decisions are also taken by the private sector with the principle of profit maximization. Clear with this? We have done this in 11th class also. See, there is private ownership. Clear? Sole motto is to earn the profit. Government has a secondary role to make the law and order. And its plus point, its merit is that it accelerates the GDP growth. So there is more GDP growth because they usually set higher prices. Clear? So that they can earn the profit. So if the prices are more, they'll earn more revenue and it will lead to more GDP. Then poor strata suffers because prices are usually high. Fine. Social welfare is not promoted. Social welfare is generally ignored. This is one of the demerit, that only those goods are produced which yields higher profit. Then socialist economy. See, socialist economy is that economy in which there is social ownership. That means ownership of the state, ownership of the government. Economic decisions are taken by the central authority. That means government. What is the aim here? Aim is social welfare. Clear? Government do maintain law and order in this type of economy also. So, and there is slow GDP growth. Slow GDP growth, why? Because usually prices are kept lower for the poor strata, because they want to promote equality. So growth becomes, GDP growth becomes slow, whereas it promotes social justice. Poor strata gets the benefit. And see, one of another point is that it does not ignore the lower people, lower class people, or the people who do not have high income, or the people who are from low income group. So it does not ignore socialist economy. See, but one of the demerit is that huge losses, inefficiency, corruption, bureaucracy. This all what happens. These all happen in the socialistic economy. If everything will be owned by the government, there will be less competition. You can take the example of railway, monopoly of government. There are losses in railway because prices are usually kept lower. If prices are cheaper, prices are lower, definitely there will be loss. Are you clear with the socialist economy? Okay. So now let's see another economy, mixed economy. As the word suggests, mixed economy, that means government as well as private sector, both are working together. Government maintains law and order, whereas private sector work for the profit maximization. Fine, there is GDP growth plus there is equity. There is equitable distribution of resources. Clear? So a mixed economy is the one in which there is private as well as public ownership. Production decisions are largely by the principle of profit maximization, but with the balance of social welfare. Poor strata gets the benefit and richer strata gets the variety of goods and services. They get the choices, they get luxuries. Clear? So means of production are owned by the private sector and entrepreneurs as well as by the government. Clear? So the principal merit is that there is GDP growth plus there is social justice. Fine, GDP growth with the social justice, but what is the demerit? That there is usually a conflict between the government and the private sector. There is low level of efficiency in the government sector, and that's why privatization and decentralization take place. Many government firms are privatized. Why? Because government suffers huge loss. They are undertaken by the private sector. Are you clear with the mixed economy? Okay. Which type of planning is pursued in mixed economy? Yes, it is comprehensive planning. Which type of planning is pursued in the capitalist economy? Directive planning. Clear? Okay. Now let's begin with the long-term goals. See, long-term goals are common to all the 5-year plans and therefore generally studied as the common goals of 5-year plans. Clear? See, everybody sets long-term goals. At present, your long-term goal is you want to settle in a very high reputed firm. You want to earn handsome amount in future. This is your long-term goal. Whereas if I say your short-term goal is to score good marks in 12th class, this is your short-term goal. To score, good marks in each and every test, this is your short-term goal. Clear? So, what are the short-term goals in our chapter? Number 1 is GDP growth. GDP growth, increase in the GDP implies increase in the level of output. Then full employment, that everybody gets the employment. Equitable distribution, that every person get equal benefit from the resources. Modernization, that we should increase the techniques of production. We should develop IT industry. Self-sufficiency, that India becomes self-sufficient. It need not to borrow from other countries. So these are what? The long-term goals. So in this, no need to cram whatever is written in the book. You can create your own answer here. See, GDP growth, What GDP growth means? We want more production from all the three sectors. Full employment, that everybody who wants to work and willing to work get the wages, get the employment. Equitable distribution, that rich as well as poor should get equal benefit across the country. They should get all the goods equally. Modernization, that you should use modern means of irrigation, modern mean of farming. In industries, you should use modern industrial technique. IT industry should use modern machineries, so that their cost decreases and production increases. Self-sufficiency, that India becomes self-sufficient. India don't need to borrow any kind of goods from other countries. Fine. So these are the long-term goals in our 5-year plans.